suppose I should turn the microphone on so I can hear everything. As it's lower than the recommended bitrate, we recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 68,000 kilobits. Okay. Don't know how to change that, but whatever. Can I do anything with that? It says that I can use a bit rate of something a little bit higher. Whether or not that's the actual case, I don't know. So it's just one of them things. I'm learning how to use this crap as we go along, kind of thing. So let's just see. So if can I change the bit rate on this without? I genuinely don't know if I can change the bit rate on this or not. Source selected properties. I don't think there's anything that I can do on that at all. So, as much as I would want to, I genuinely don't think there's anything that I can do. So, just having a float around and look at a couple of other things, I see that PSG are absolutely smashing the life out of Inter. 84 minutes left is pretty much PSG have won that, really, haven't they? There's no other way of there's no other way of describing that, I don't think. So. Let's see, do that, and then if I go to that one, woohoo, it works, yay! So just have a look at the live look and just see everything that's going on the actual game itself. Oh, I like this is pretty cool. I'm happy that that's actually working. It makes a big difference, makes a nice change. So this is just going to be an extremely short test run. I'm actually just trying to, doing it as just a look and see of how I can go into doing more sort of live streaming. I don't mind using StreamYard, but I feel like it is slightly limited to what I want to actually use it for. So to make it potentially a little bit better than what it actually is, it's difficult sometimes to see everything that you kind of want to see overall. So what I'm trying to do is just see, like I said, just see if there's different ways of being able to change stuff over. That was a picture-in-picture then that looked really weird, so I'll just put it back to this one onto here. So yeah, trying to be more professional now that we're a Premier League team, trying to make it seem like I've got an idea of what I'm doing or how to go about doing it. Usual kind of bobbins and stuff that seems to be working with it, and just making sure that, like I said, that the stream actually is working fine and everything else is okay. So let's do a quick look at where are we at the moment. Leeds news now. Leeds United. This is normally a good thing to have a look at. So see where certain elements of news and information is on. Why is this making me want to look at, see if I want to buy trainers or anything like that? It's weird. Spotted watching in the stands in 20. More bad news with Calvin Phillips. Chelsea owners now move to sign exciting Leeds star. Sounds like Give Me Sport. I tell you, they're in to have some crap that gets put on this channel. It's absolutely bonkers how bad this can actually look in certain elements of it, but you know, it is what it is. So let's just see. I'll just pull that to live now to see where we're at with everything. So this should be. It's really weird trying to get all of this to work and everything, and just how warning the streams. What's that open widget? Oh, it's just giving me warnings, isn't it? Telling me to stream status is absolutely fine, but it's telling me that I need to up my bitrate thing. That's something else that I can look at later on down the line. So let me see, where are we? Let me get into some of this stuff. So to give you an idea, I'm just having a quick look at this crap that they usually have on, which is, it never ceases to amaze me how poor the information that they put into this stuff for you to be able to have a look at and for you to be able to see. Just the news is horrifically bad. I suppose the big one is probably this story that's on here, and this is Joe Donahue stuff. So this is all to do with Junior Firpo and where he's at and what he's doing. So I'm going to assume that a lot of people will have seen this already and seen the general information of news that's coming up. So it's just a case of having a conversation about it, I suppose, and just kind of seeing where we're at with everything. So let's see. So negotiations underway. Leeds United star receives League One proposal. What else is it saying? 28-year-old is out of contract at Ellen Road this summer, although the Whites recently confirmed they were in talks regarding a new deal. Fans have been waiting with bated breath to learn. There was a picture of him recently with his kids with Betty's tops on. I'm pretty sure there was, anyways. I don't want to take part in your survey, Yorkshire Post. That's the other thing that I can't stand about the Yorkshire Evening Post is the number of whatchamacallit, pop-up adverts that come on it. It's just frighteningly bad. Go away, not interested. So yeah, it's Fabrizio Romero that said it. Leon have entered the talks over the deal to take the Dominican Republic to League 1. The club finished 6th in the top tier of French football. Leon said to be pushing, make the move happen with fast approaching. AC Milan are also interested as well. Potential replacement for Theo Hernandez. Everton and West Ham have also been linked. So yeah, left back's been we know the left back's been a problem position for us for a very, very long time. There's not a lot we can do about that. It is what it is. We are where we are. So I'm just going to do something and see. I want to see if this is if this is actually working, because I'm trying to see from the broadcast chat point of view if this will come into the chat. So I'm just going to pop a little thing in and go skadoosh like that, and just see if it comes up on my broadcast chat up here. We will see shortly. It's supposed to. Whether or not it does, I don't know. So so that should. I've not fiddled with that, so it should say something here, but it's not. It doesn't saying anything. That's something that I'll probably have to look at. So let me just see on there, that. Where are we? To label chat box. So that chat box should be working now, he says. Well, I mean, it should be, but you know, these things never generally tend to work, do they? Oh, you see the test? Oh, nice one. Cool. Thank you very much. Woohoo! That'll do for me. That's what I was looking for. So it should be coming on the screen. You won't see it because you can't see my mouse, but to this side here, this chat box that's here, it should be on that chat box. But what I might do is I might get rid of the chat box and just not have it in, just to make life easier, and just do it that way, and just have the YouTube stuff open here. So echo. There's an echo. Is there an echo? If there's an echo, I apologise. Like I said, this is just a test run for the time being. I'm just trying to see how it's working and if it's working okay. So I'm only going to be on for a short while, like I said. So it's just literally to have a test run of this and just see kind of how it works. So I was just going to use it as an excuse to look through some of the news and stuff and bits and pieces and things like that. I'm pretty sure I can have a chat box on here as well, but I'm not sure how to do it, so I will need to see. So yeah, I was looking at all the Leeds News Now stuff and seeing how all of that's working. So let's see if I do that. I think that's okay. So if I do that and then let's have a quick look. This is about Calvin Phillips. So this is Leeds United News. So where's this come from? There's a little bit of information for the day. So agree. More bad news for Calvin Phillips at Manchester City amid Leeds United return rumours. So this has come from Leeds United News. So yeah, so that's when talking about when Calvin left to go to City. £45 million move, injuries. Interest firm with Rodri. I don't. So what's the bad news? Simply put, neither went. Right, okay. It's been marginally better for him at Ipswich. He remains under contract. Leeds target alone for no Phillips. Oh, right, I see. He's got an Achilles injury. That's what the issue is. He has an Achilles injury. That's what's causing the problems. So Achilles injury. It doesn't completely end Leeds' hopes, but it certainly changed the chances of it happening this summer. He's got an Achilles injury. He's stuffed. Phillips is in need of a fresh start, which he is not going to get at Manchester City. If Manchester renders, okay. Transfer guru. Okay. Yeah, Bielsa knew where to play him and what to do with him. That's why Bielsa got the best out of him. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? That's the one that always makes me giggle, is about whether or not it's... Have you got your speakers on? Definitely getting an echo. I think it might be from where the... from where... If I do that and move them away, does that make it any better? Or does that kind of hold it in place a little bit? Because what I'll do, I'll have to look back on the actual stream itself and just see whether or not there was actually an echo. So I can see my mic levels, I can see that little bit there. So if I look on here, so it's the same, okay. Definitely an echo. Okay, wait, right, let's have a look at this. So... Okay, let me just mute my mic for a second. I don't need to mute it, it's fine. So let me have a look at... That's the audio mixer. Desktop audio's there. Like, look at that. Properties. So that should be fine. So desktop audio. It's weird, it's very weird. So if I go to... let me see. CR81, what is going on? Hello. Let's do the weird thing on here and go mic echoing during live stream. I think this is because greetings are part of the attempt to come back. Right, okay, fine. Mute your dashboard / video. I haven't moved to a different thing. It says, oh, let me see. Oh! No, it's not that. That's muted. It could have been that. I thought, because I've got the YouTube thing up, I thought it might have been that. If I do that, that's fine. Leeds United window Calzaghe jabs. That's very funny. I like that. It's very, very good. So desktop. If I do that, does that help at all? I don't know if that makes any difference, but it's weird. Just refresh. So I've tried to move it. Still there. Fuck. Right. What's causing the echo? I'm trying to think what can be causing the echo at the moment. Let me go into my sound settings. Move that to here. Danny, how we doing, mate? That's fine. Why is it playing it out of there? Yeah, could be that. So that's fine. My microphone input's fine. Why isn't my... Oh, I think I can see why that's doing that. If I do that, go like that. Because I've got a a different type of creator box that I think it's like a different box. It sounds like it's coming through your laptop as well. I'm trying to see. Right, let me just have a look at this. So if I go, microphone's using that, my output's that, desktop audio. So my mic audio is coming in, but then it should be coming out slightly different. Thank you for sticking with me on this one, guys, appreciate it. So let me just have a quick look. Properties, default device. Don't know if that makes any difference. I mean, it probably doesn't, but I don't know if that makes any difference at all. Why is that L and R on there? So, because usually, no, Paul, it's all good doing lives, don't always go to plan. Mate, I'm just fucking... See, what I've done is, I've made the mistake of wanting to go and do something a little bit better. So I'm now using the DSLR camera, so it gives that overall better field of depth, whatever you want to call it. But the microphone should be sort of slightly better. Stop telling me to fucking go premium as well. So, for whatever reason, that's why something's muted, and I don't quite know why. And for whatever reason, the volume that's coming out of, or where is it the camera that's doing it? Try a different camera. Well, no, the camera audio should be completely off. The camera audio is not working. Oh yeah, the transfer window's open, isn't it? Here we go. Solomon should be the first order of business with 100% without any stretch of the imagination. So, spars. Don't know if that makes any difference. Knock the laptop volume off. This is the thing that we're trying to work out, Danny. If it's, I'm trying to see what's causing it. So, no, but could be making it worse by overlapping your settings. Yeah, I'm thinking so. I don't know whether or not it's a case of because I've got the YouTube window open as well, but it shouldn't because that's muted. On this one, guys, appreciate it. So let me just have a quick look. That is the camera. That is the camera. That is the camera audio. Oh, how do I switch that off? I've just listened to it. Sorry, that is the camera audio. I need to work out how to switch that off. I need to switch off the camera mic. That's what that is. Right, hang on. Let me Google this. For fuck's sake, man. Right, get rid of that. Let's use that for now. Pull that onto there. Yeah, it's. I can't show you it, but there's it's the DSLR camera. What a right. So. Tell you what, if I do, bear with me a second, guys. If I go, where are we? Let me do that, because that should mute it for one, and then you should just be getting the audio from, just from the microphone, is what I'm thinking. At least I'm hoping that's the case, anyways. The volume that's coming out of where. At least I'm hoping that's the case, anyways. Yeah. So now the volume that's coming out of. At least I'm hoping that's the case, anyways. Yeah. So now the volume that's coming out of. At least I'm hoping that's. Yeah. So that's fine. I'm just trying to work out how to turn this. So how do I? It's. I think it's something that I'm probably going to have to do from a setting. Alright, cool. So, if I... where's the thing? BS playing both DLSR camera like okay. Right, that's something that I'm gonna have to have a look at a little bit later on. It's something in that effect, I would have thought. Signed a ting. Yeah, go with camera. That's fine. I've turned it off now, anyways, for the time being. So we're just gonna have to. You're gonna have to put it with a slightly echoey, slightly picking up every single other kind of bits and pieces that's going on at the moment as well, which I'm not overly happy about. But it is what it is. So apologies for that. That's annoying on my part of things, but I'll work out why it's doing that. I've got a little video that I can watch, so. Got an OBS video to watch if I want to watch that in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I'll have a look at that, Danny, because it's a Canon EOS 250D. I've had to modify the battery pack on it because I've put a whatchamacallit, I don't know what this is, really, to be honest with you. I've put a dummy battery in it, so it's constantly on. So I had to chip into the bottom. So it means that I'm going to have to buy a new base for it, which that'll be fun when that actually happens. So yeah, it's just I've got a really nice pod setup thing, plus. Obviously, as I mentioned, microphone and everything and stuff and things like that. The camera shouldn't be overriding, but I think because it's connected to the cam link, it shouldn't be on. But I'll have a fiddle with it and have a play with it and just see where we're at. So, transfer links. What are we talking about at the moment? Let's see. Having a little bit of look at transfer stuff. We're talking about some of the ridiculous news stories that come out. They're still trying to push the Calvin Phillips thing. We haven't bought anybody, Richard, yet. No, it's looking likely, obviously, that Firpo's probably going to be leaving. You've got Lyon that are interested, AC Milan that are interested, Betis that are interested. Yeah, I just looked at that with. The whole Betis thing. Just bear with me a sec. No, get rid of that. Let's bring it up on here. Do this. Take it to there, like that, and then let's have a look. Let's go to FootMob. Live score 5 now. Wowzers. Wow, they are absolutely kicking the living shit into them, aren't they? Do a 2063. Wow, what's the live, not the live, the commentary. Yes, PSG, they won the Champions League for the first time. 5-star performance by Luis Enrique side as they thumped into 5. I didn't think they'd beat into 5-0. I thought they'd win, but not by 5-0. That's nuts. Code picked out the bottom right corner. PSG created 3.23 XG from their 23 attempts compared to just 0.49 from Inter's 8 shots. This victory starts against, let's go, what's this? This victory caps off an incredible season for us, it's not over yet. With the Club World Cup to come, they start against Atletico Madrid. Inter, who were on for a treble of their own just weeks ago, failed to win any of the 3 trophies. Yeah, because Napoli won the Scudetto, didn't they? In the Club World Cup, starting against Monterrey. That's all from us today. Goodbye. That's nuts in terms of what they did. I don't think we'll have any players ready yet to be published for tomorrow morning. I think we would be... I I'm hoping that something's going to happen quick. Obviously, this is a short window, isn't it? Then they close it for the Club World Cup, and then they're going to reopen it again. There's a chance with the fact that there's the Solomon one I can see potentially getting done. It looks like he might potentially not have a future at Spurs anymore. There's also who else have we been linked with? We've been linked with everybody, every man and his dog. Hernandez from Southampton, he's too expensive. The Buendia thing signs. What did I see on X? There was a French guy. Timicas is a good one. It's a good shout as well. There's a French guy tweeted about Buendia. He doesn't follow anybody, but he's got like 11,000 followers, so it's kind of on that reputable thing. So I don't think Solomon will get done straight away. There'll be a bit of negotiating that needs doing. But they were saying that Buendia is looking like a strong option for us at something like 16 or 17 million, I think, is what I'm hearing. Because there's that obvious link that's there, but I don't think he's got a future at Villa anymore, and he doesn't want to drop down to the Championship. So it's a good chance. Elvedi's another good shout as well, because it's Buendia and Hamer. I think Hamer 16.8. Well done, Danny. Thank you. I knew it was in and around that. So there's a good chance. Buendia is 28, so he'll probably, if he did come, I could see him being given a 4-year contract if he did. So, listen, you're going to see it all. Wacko's going to be incredible. You're going to see just the lists of people that we get put together with is just absolutely funny. The funniest one that I've seen over the last couple of weeks was the and it was on the it was on the News Now stuff, was Rasmus Højlund. That was the one that made me giggle. So yeah, I'd agree with that, Danny. There's fab in terms of putting tweets out there. There's a couple of Florian Pettenberg is really good as well. Really good as well. There's a couple of other ones that just there's a couple of other ones that are good to keep an eye on, but those two in particular generally tend to have their ear to the ground quite well. So who have we got concretes with at the moment? Timicas, yeah, that's definite concrete. There's Elvedi, that's one in there potentially. Buendia's another one. Hamer's another obvious one. Ornstein's quite good. There's a couple that just change everything around. Don't worry, the camera's going to come back on. That's something else that I'm learning about. It's got a half an hour limit for some reason, and then just switch itself off. So this is all new stuff that I'm learning. So let's see if I go and do this. If I do that and go to Fergal, yes, I am. I've got my tickets for the Island game. I'm well excited about that. I'm just looking for flights now. So I've got decided to treat myself. I think I paid 90 something at the moment. I don't think I'm staying with Jer. The Bradford Airport report is in place. Yes. Because where I live, I'm literally like 5 minutes away from Leeds Bradford Airport. I did look at tickets from Leeds Bradford Airport, and it was saying, let me just see. It was saying, what was it saying? Like £400 for a return flight. I mean, look, you're looking at a weekend, so you're going to be paying premium anyways. But I can get the same flight from Manchester Airport for like £120. You fly at weird times, but I don't really mind. But yeah, I'm genuinely really looking forward to it. So I'll be looking at B&Bs, tents, all sorts of stuff. I might speak to a couple of my, Irish counterparts and see if you need to park a car safe. I'm 5 minutes from the air. From what? From Leeds Bradford, Danny? Are you 5 minutes from Leeds Bradford? Or from Manchester? So you and I, Danny, if you're Leeds Bradford, you and I technically live quite close to each other, which is quite funny. I'm near the school. You're at Cookridge. No, I'm at the school. I'm near the school, so I'm down near. What the hell's the school called that's near me? I always forget. My son's about to go swimming there. I'm Bronte School, anyways. Yeah, I'm further around the corner from Benton Park, so I'm further down from that. I say unfortunately, I live in the Bradford Coast in postcode, but I'm Appley Bridge. I'm actually near. What's his face for him? Yeah, just off Appley Lane. I'm near. Thingy from the square ball, Dan Moylan. I live not far away from Dan Moylan. We used to frequent the same Aldi quite a lot because when we were all getting really stressed out because of Leeds and how everything was working out in that way. So, fuck if he gets sacked in December. Don't think he'll get sacked. He's got his chances now at the moment. He's got his opportunity to kind of move things forward a little bit. So we're just going to have to give him the benefit of the doubt, or the opportunity to do what he needs to do, and hopefully, I don't see it happening. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions. It's like I did my video yesterday with regards to the takeover of Rangers, and every man and his dog has got obviously their own opinion as to that and how that's going to work out and how it's looking and all of that kind of stuff. So it's just something that we'll need to work on and we'll need to see. So yeah, I will be on Ryanair or Aer Lingus for flights. Yeah, that's what I've looked at. I'm not sure yet. So if I'm going from Manchester, it's more than likely going to be Aer Lingus. Mind you, we're saying that I saw a really cheap flight for like 98 quid to get to Ireland, and that was, how much was that? How long was it going to take? Because usually it's like an hour flight, but it looked like it was going to take, I want to say, like 11 hours for one and 26 for the other, but you stopped off in like Brussels. Yeah, I've seen a load of people mentioning about that. There's a chap, Fergal, isn't there, that has done. He's done really, really well. That's gotten a load of buses together. I have a friend that works at the airport where the small jets come in. Oh, the multi-jet flight. Yes, I know exactly where that is. Further up the road. I cycle round there sometimes. I've got a little 6-7 kilometre route. Yes, I am a lycra twat. Make of that what you will. Cycle a 6 to 10 kilometre route. So yeah, where all the private jets come. That's where all the private jets do actually come in. So yeah, it's that's pretty cool at the same time as well. Prem, you do not spend millions on your stadium to go back down. We have a real ambition. I think so as well. I think look, I'm under no illusion it's going to be difficult. We're probably going to lose more than we're going to win. I think we're going to do enough to stay up. I think we're going to do enough to be able to get that second season going on. But no, do you know what it is? It's fans that I've got on, Danny, and that's what you can hear, the noise. It's the fans from my computer, but they're not that loud. They're pretty quiet, so I don't know why it makes that. Yeah, Danny, I agree. I'll take 17th now, but it's. I think we need experience. We need a little bit of guile. I think out of the 3 teams that have gone up this season, ours is the best equipped out of all of the teams that have gone up this season to actually bridge the gap. Yeah, I know. I think only Leeds Bros and Jer from The View live quite close to each other from what I remember. I'm pretty sure that's the case anyways. I'm pretty sure that's, they all live very, very close together. So, yeah, I'm dead excited for it. Like, I've got a premium ticket, So I'm not 100% certain what that means. I figured I would treat myself, but it's go down 50. Stick a fiver on the 1500 to 1 to win the title. That would be hilarious. So yeah, I've got a premium ticket. I'm in some sort of box thing with padded. I don't know, but I'm at the side of the pitch. I was looking behind the goals, but I've gone for sort of side of the pitch more than anything. Not actually pitch side. I think I'm a tier up. I think so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it overall. I think it's going to be. It should be really, really good fun. It should be a lot of fun. He says, fingers crossed. Milner, wouldn't touch him with a barge pole. Nothing against him. I think he's fantastic. He's doing his coaching badges at Brighton. He's doing not player manager, but he's doing more of an assistant coachy type of role at Brighton at the moment. So I don't see him coming over at all. I wouldn't see that happening. The only way that Milner comes back for me at this moment in time is if he comes back to do a coaching role. That's the only way I can see that happening, and it's the only way that I could see it working, because he wouldn't fit in the squad. I don't think Firpo's gone. I think that we need to maybe get ourselves resigned to the fact that he probably could be on his way out. I think we said earlier, you've got AC Milan, Lyon, Betis, and a couple of other clubs that are looking at him as well. So it's just a case of what happens when it happens. But we need to cover. I mean, we need to cover anyways for Firpo being in there. It's just, again, it's until you hear it from proper official sources, or until more and more people start saying exactly the same thing. It is all speculation. Firpo sail off into the sunset. Yeah, do you know what? It's a tough one because of the way people feel about certain players, but there's players that were in the squad that got relegated with us that, for me, have quote unquote served their time and turned it around in terms of getting us back up again, or being a part of the team that got us back promoted again. Meslier, as much as everybody might hate him, all of that kind of stuff, it is kind of what it is. It's one of those situations that you just kind of got to just sort of forget about it. But he's been part of the squad that's got us back up. You look at Struijk, you look at Bamford, even coming in some of the games that he played, his importance, his experience, all of that kind of stuff. Nonto, even though he did want to leave, but he got reintegrated back into the squad. Same with Aronson. Aronson left, then came back into the squad. So you can see, you can almost be all right with them leaving because they've done what they needed to do in terms of us getting promoted again. But I mean, for me, like, players like Aronson can just do one. From a business perspective and from a point of view of being able to perform in the Premier League, yes, he could do a job for us, but from an emotional point of view, I just don't think it would sit very, very well with the players. I could see Farke wanting to do a Project Aronson, but the problem is it's been 2 and a bit years, and coming back to Leeds, he's never really said any desire to want to come back to Leeds. He's never had any desire to want to be involved with it properly, all of that kind of stuff. His mum's said some quite unforgivable stuff. It's that will be a mission. If Farke can turn everybody around as far as, Aronson goes, then yeah, I'm all for it. Fantastic. It'd be amazingly good. So I think Farke, how about made? Yeah, no, Philip, I agree. We need players that will play. Missed out predicting second. Harrison getting jabbed like Kazagi. I wouldn't want him was being sarcastic. Yeah, that's the huge. That's the thing with Harrison. He would have to find himself being. he wouldn't be a starter. Would he be good as cover? Do we need a left-footed player? Yes, we do. Of course we do. Yes, he probably would be good as cover. He wouldn't be a starter. He wouldn't be all and end all. But then you look at it, just AI told me to sell Harrison. Yeah, I'd get rid of it. Yeah, I think he does get sold. I think potentially he goes back to. I think he goes back. I think he might go to the MLS. I know the MLS are interested in him. Yeah, Aronson, I can see. See, this is the thing. This is why we need a Buendia in, or a Hamer type of player. I'm not saying we need specifically those players, but a type of player like that, because if we have those two players in, along with Aronson as well, that gives us the yin and yang for the number 10 performance. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Aronson, don't like the way he plays football, but in terms of how he plays, you need that combative midfielder, and then you need that kind of one that can unlock defences. And at the moment, we've only got the combative side of a number 10 midfielder. So, Aronson, last 20 minutes run around, yeah. I mean, he's got a ridiculous engine on him, Aronson. It's just his little brain goes a hell of a lot quicker than what his legs can do. It was nice to see him not get chucked off the ball as much this season. We know how physical the Championship is, but we need that different type of player in the squad this season for me. Absolutely 100% we need that in there. Yeah, Everton don't think Aronson's good enough. James and Aronson coming on the last 20 minutes would help if we had a lead to keep the ball getting forwards. Yeah, I agree. Although I think what you're probably going to find is that James is going to be a starter, at least at the start of the season, just with what he has done last season. I think you could, if we do get Solomon, it'll be Solomon left, James right. Ramazani will come into it as well, and Nonto will come into it as well. Oddly enough, we have got ridiculous players for the wing, so there's going to have to, there's going to have to be a lot of rotation with that. Again, it's just down to playing styles and how they play, but yeah, it's an odd one. What is this about Ivan Toney? I mean, I'd love Ivan Toney, but he's not leaving where he is in Saudi. He's not leaving the money. No chance. Absolutely no chance, because he's on ridiculous amounts of money per week. He's on like 100. What's he on? He's like on over 100,000 a week. It's just that's absolute madness. So yeah, pretty much. Right, I'm going to just end the stream for the time being. I know I've got a couple of bits and pieces that I needed to chump through, but thank you for coming in and watching. I appreciate. Thank you for chatting. Appreciate you all as well. I am going to be doing this more often now in the season moving forward. So kind of late night streams, late night bits and pieces, that type of stuff. That's what I'm looking at doing. So this is why I wanted to get this up, and I just wanted to do a little quick one now, just to iron out any problems that we may have. So I appreciate you all for sticking around and being around with me, but I am going to make my way out now. So, as I always like to say in all of my videos, take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. And I will see you most definitely probably within the next few days, without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you guys. Love you and appreciate you all. Cheers.